Sorry about that, YouTube family. We're behind on the time, but it's all good. We back. You know, it's the host of Seeking Knowledge Podcast, DeMarcus. And man, I'm excited about this guest I have here today. Like this interview, this is long overdue. We probably did this last year, and Standing in Our Own Way was the title that she came up with. I'm gonna be quiet, let her introduce herself, let her know, man.
What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Hollis, from Germany to America, now residing in North Carolina 26. And to all my fellow Carolinians, what's good? What's good? I am right now chilling, excited, geeked about this podcast, Seeking Knowledge Podcast. If you haven't heard, now you heard. It's about to go down. What's good?
Man, go ahead. Get me out, man.
Here we go.
Sorry.
Let's get it.
YouTube, they keep kicking me out, but you know I'm back, man. Let's go, man. You know. You can go ahead, Holly.
Oh, what's up? Okay, then, yo. I'm Hollis. What it do, everybody? From Germany to America, now residing in North Carolina. Shout out to my Carolinians 26. And it's about to go down. I am now on the Seeking Knowledge Podcast where we discuss real facts, real situations in real time. Let's get it.
Oh, man. So I met this young lady, I think, in one of these groups, like, I think it was a podcast group that we became Facebook friends and we just became family or whatever. Like, but she got music, like she's very talented. And so I was checking out some of her music on YouTube. I was like, damn, she cold. But it's White Soul that stuck with me. It was Gunplay. I was like, oh, pray I ain't gotta use my gun, because niggas be out here hate. I'm like, oh, so I know you got a lot of songs out there. You got a lot of more songs out there.
Yeah, I got 7 releases to be exact that I dropped from the Table Scraps album, Volume 1. That's my first project release. I'm super excited about that project. It's doing really good right now. My numbers are looking good right now. So thank you. Shout out to everybody that has played their part in streaming, downloading, sharing, liking, loving, and just talking about my music, because the streets is definitely talking.
The title is Standing in Our Own Way. Was there? I know you've been doing music for a long ass time. Is there anything that, like, was there an obstacle that stood in your way that, like, maybe stop you or slows you down from doing your music? Because you got a lot of fucking music out there. You still working. I was like,
absolutely, because my God, where do I begin? I've had so many different managers from when I first started out that stood in my way. You know what I'm saying? I had one in particular. At one point, I remember I did a weekend with Freddie Jackson, and for a play, me and him had sung a song that he wrote for Roberta Flatt. I remember he was telling me, look, I would save a seat for you in this game, but you need to get rid of your management because they're standing in your way. And I'm like, wow. So that's just one grand example of even a celebrity telling me that I had somebody that I thought had my best interest that was standing in my way. And come to find out that was absolutely true. So I ended up ending that business relationship, and just plenty others that followed it. You know, it's always someone that I'm dealing with, that male or female, that is seeing a different perspective than what I'm seeing on how to get me where we're both trying to go. And it ends up with a lot of selfishness, a lot of greed, you know what I'm saying? A lot of egotistical views on what they really want and how they think they can use me to be the come up for their greater gain. But it's not in the best interest for me at the end of the day. So that's definitely standing in my way. But I will point out the fact that I have also stood in my own way, and sometimes doubting myself, sometimes feeling like I'm not doing enough, you know, and then when no one's patting you on the back and no one's telling you that you dope because they fear your dopeness, you know what I'm saying? But then sometimes that can discourage you because you feel like, well, dang, am I really that good? Is this really my purpose? But I had to believe in myself because the gift has everything inside of it that I needed already. And I shouldn't have even never worried about who was going to be there, who was going to support me, because inside my gift, I had to realize were my fans. You know what I'm saying? Was the productivity. It was the actual songs, the writing skills. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that God will make room for my gift. You know what I mean? So I didn't have to deal with the naysayers or even the yesers that was agreeing or disagreeing with what I saw for myself. I had to keep going. So I like to say on that note, you know what I mean? Don't stand in your own way. Rise above anything that you're going through. You feel like you're about to give up. You feel like, you know, this ain't it. This ain't for me. What am I doing this for? Just remember, you wouldn't have the gift if it wasn't for you to use. You know what I mean? What's a nail without a hammer? So you gotta understand your purpose.
I understand your purpose, like she said, and I agree with everything you said, because like you can't stand in your own way, and at times I still self doubt myself, like that little voice come in your head, like it's the right decision you making, it's the right door you going through, but I still have the moments, but at the same time, I don't let it stand in my way because I know what I'm doing. I'm doing this for a bigger picture. Like it's not just for me, it's for my family and the people I'm connected with. And I can say I've been in the past, I have been around some disloyal motherfuckers. I'm gonna be real, that was really to try to use me for they come up, but it's no shade, it's no shot. I appreciate the opportunity. That's why I use everything I was taught, whether it was right or wrong. I used it and created my own space in my own lane. So I'm done standing in my own way. And for everybody that's going in, if y'all motherfuckers standing in y'all own way, or y'all got some people that's around y'all that's standing in y'all way, I got some decisions to make. Like, so man, you got so much going on. I'm just, and you got, so what's next for you? Like, I know you say you dropping the music, but as I was told, you was I heard you was an author as well. You gotta
absolutely, and I gotta thank you for that, because I was very much inspired. First of all, when I first started writing songs for children book stories, man, that was just a phenomenal project that I was able to do 3 different times. So I truly thank God for that opportunity. But then I was inspired at that point to continue to write songs. But then when I met you, I found, wow, maybe I can actually write the stories. I write songs, I write screenplays, you know. I know I can write movie scripts, and you know what I'm saying? But it's just, let me try to downsize it to something more personal, a little smaller, but still grand. You know what I mean? So when I saw your book, I thought about something that had already been on my mind, and created a character and a story called The Little Ant from Memphis, which I'm currently right now getting ready to get that published. I already wrote the book and I have the illustrations already done. So I'm in the process right now, you know what I'm saying, the rats, so that this can come into fruition for me. So most definitely, that's not going to be the last project either. Even before that gets published, I'm already in the works of another story. I'm not going to say the title because you know how people got scrabbies, they like snatch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave y'all wondering what that was. Definitely, I am an author and I am a poet. You know what I mean? I write poetry. I'm a songwriter, so I write a lot of different types of songs. I'm eclectic, so I have songs for every genre of music. Yeah, definitely. As far as what's next, it just keeps getting better. I have gospel projects that I have in the works right now, and I have videos coming out with collaborations that I've done. Shout out to Levi Blackman, Leviticus. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? Shout out to a lot of artists that I'm working with right now. The list is so long. Charles, my heart.
Like I said, when I talked to you early on the phone, I was like, shit, I could be an extra in the video. Like, that's I already have a good part. I can act.
Look out for one of my releases. I'm out. We actually about to shoot a video for that in May, and we're gonna do a half and half of the video of what you do it for. It's another single release I just released, so we about to do a video half and half of that too. So definitely, you know what I'm saying, get in where you fit in on that. I need to come out to Texas to shoot, actually.
I'm telling you, need to come out to Texas and shoot. Like, we need to, man, everybody need to know about Hollis. Like, she is so talented, man. Like, look, check out her.
I mean, Texas, stand up. That's where all my family is from. That's where both my parents are from. All my aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody's from Texas. So shout out to the whole state of Texas. Much love.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be in Texas, you know, for a while because Texas is nice over here. Yeah, shout out to me being in Texas all the way from Illinois. Man, so like I can, man, everything you said, I can like touch on it. Like sometimes people don't realize this, like they be trying to hold on to family. And I'm not trying to speak down on family. I don't, but my family know why I speak on family. I don't throw shot shit, I throw facts. But sometimes family can stand in your way. They can be like a crab in the bucket, knowing you got the idea in your head, knowing you got the vision already down, the script, everything. You be like, I'm finna go. But you be like, damn, let me run it by my family. Them be the same ones that be like, no, cuz, nah, don't do that, don't do that. Don't do it. And you knowing in your heart, your intuition telling you like you need to go. And I just speak on like a lot of people doubted me, but I was like, I said, don't do it, but I'm gonna keep going till I can't go no more. So my question to you, have you ever had like anybody in your family like that would like try to doubt you or just stop you from following your dream or
I'm gonna say it like this because a lot of times you can call it doubt, but I would like to say people just don't want you to be the first to do it. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying? People just don't want you to do what they've been trying to do, but afraid to do, don't know how to do, lack the resources to do it, and you figured it out. Now
like
you're on
that?
your way with it, and you got a whole plot and plan and the actual project at hand, and they don't want to encourage you. Sometimes they're not even saying nothing negative. You know what I'm saying? But they don't even want to add to it. They don't want to push it. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be all up and down Facebook and every other social media platform pushing other artists' music that they don't even know. And they know what you got going on. They'll push everybody's podcast that is a famous person, but not you to make you famous. But we're the ones who highlight each other. So I just would say, as far as the flip side of it, is not all the time that someone's trying to hold you back, but they will discourage it because they're not the first to do it. When I was younger and I would sing, my father would say, "You can't hit that note," and just keep on walking past me. And I'd be like, "Really?" So I go get me a glass of water and I'd be in there busting notes, just singing and singing until I hit that daggone note. And he'd be in there laughing because he knew I was gonna challenge myself to hit that note. Now when they need anybody to sing, I'm the only one they go to. You know what I'm saying? And my parents are ministers.
Yeah,
And so now, like my brother's real time, like I just with the story, I had read it out loud to my family, and everyone was just cracking up halfway through the story. You could see the joy in everybody's face because I'm a great reader at that. And
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
given the animated version of the story, as I read it, everyone was just lit up with joy, especially my child, who I actually wrote the story about. And my oldest son, he actually did the illustrations for me. So definitely much love to my boys. My pure motivation for it all. My father was like, "Well, you know, you should write a story about the bird." I'm like, "Why would I do that?" "Well, you know, there's a lot that the bird goes through." I said, "Well, that sounds like something you should write." I said, "Because God gave me this vision and I wrote it and made it plain. But now you want to add to me once you've heard what I've already done because you didn't do it, because you didn't start on your project. You see that I'm doing this and bringing it to life. And so now you want to add an idea or even capitalize off what I've already shared with you that I decided to go ahead and do and make it real. And so now you want to say, well, you should give the ant this and that." And it's like, you got to be careful of those things. If you're going to present something to someone, give your best prolific dissertation at all times. Leave no room for error or even an opinion. Let it just be a flawless victory for how you present it, because people are always looking with inspiration to add to it or maybe take away because
No,
they didn't do it first. Trust me.
I feel you. Thank y'all for the views that's going in. But I feel you. Like the last part, everything you said, but really saying on me, they trying to like captivate our level. They're trying to get they the cut. Like I done been around a lot of people, and I still run into people like that who only try to benefit, like trying to come up like for themselves or trying to come in at the end. But it's not even no diss or none of that. I'm just speaking real. Like I catch all that, and I'm not going for none of it. That's why I'm building a solid team. Like I need people around me, like for real. That's not just for the stand in my way. I'm not gonna let them stand in their own way. We need leaders out here. Like it's time to lead, man, and stop standing in y'all way. If y'all gift, whatever y'all gift is, man, use that as y'all purpose, man. Like I'm using my podcast, my books. Miss Holly, she using her music, her writing, her poetry. Like she just fucking creative, man. Like it's real out here, man. Like so, like I know you got a lot of. So when, of course, you're working on a new CD. When would they be released, or is there a release date, or you want to let the world know
Well,
about that?
my rap album, yeah, I've already released that. We did that project at the closing of last year. So that was super dope. My album release party was amazing. Shout out to everybody who showed up. Thank you once again for the love and the support. And like I said, all my Facebook followers, because I just thank everybody because I'm a blue check. So I thank everybody for the hard work. I was on Facebook for 15 years. I've been a blue check artist now for, I want to say, 3.5 years. Authentically, you know what I'm saying? Before people was buying it on Alpha Meta, you know what I'm saying? I had to earn it. You know what I mean? So it's definitely work and you can't stop. That project I've done has just been a great project, but you can't stop. I tell people when you do a single, try to push it for 6 months to a year. And even with that, if you feel like you're getting a buzz from it, put a campaign on it. And like I really rock with Sprizzy when it comes to YouTube because they really push your music. They really put a campaign and on any project that you have, even podcasts, whatever it is that you're doing, you put Sprizzy behind it. It's gonna give you those authentic numbers from real people, real time. So that's what happened with Gunpray. Also, that was one of my biggest releases. I seen the numbers on that in a week grow out of this, just out of control. It was, and I'm still pushing it. You know what I mean? That was a record I did last year, so that I'm still pushing that along with everything else I have. But currently, I'm working on an R&B project. I haven't titled it yet. I have 5 songs, which when I get off this podcast, I'll be writing for a few other artists, some hooks for them for R&B projects that they have, and then writing. Golly, I feel like I'm in collab mode because it's quite a few artists right now that I'm writing hooks for with beats provided. Shout out to Rob G's for the beats. Amazing beat maker, you guys. Find him and rock with. You know what I'm saying? He's on the book, Rob G's, all day. But my studio 1303 that I rock with, also RP Studios, man, Leviticus Blackman Studios. It's just so many people that I rock with that has just been a pioneer, even in helping me in my career path. You got to show the love. You know what I mean? You're going to meet people that want to work with you and they don't have the money. Do split sheets. You know what I'm saying? You got people that sit on a book all day, pay them to share and promote you. You know what I mean? People are able to help you in so many different ways. You can't think that you're going to get in this business by it being all about you, by you doing everything by yourself. You have to have help in this game with anything that you're trying to pursue. So one hand feeds the other.
I feel you need
to my projects though, y'all, because this R&B one's going to be ridiculous.
Man, she got so much going on, man. I know you got a lot going on. So thank y'all once again for viewing in. So how can they know more about Holly? How can they reach you? What platforms on? How can they hear your music? Like, how can they know about you?
Hollis. That's Holly, Hollis. Y'all can find me on Facebook. I have 2 Facebook pages. Find the one with the blue check. Either one doesn't matter because they're both still active. They're both still lit. Also on Instagram is Hollis01. Y'all can rock with me over there. Holly Hollis on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Holly Hollis on Snapchat. You know, and I'm everywhere. I'm trying to be everywhere. You know, on YouTube. Also, Holly Hollis, look me up. My music is streaming on every music platform, so you can go anywhere and find me. There's not too many people with my name, so it's not hard to find. I've released a few songs, Gunpray, Slumville, Look Back at It, I'm Out, What You Doing For, you know what I'm saying, What They Want. They all bangers. They all bangers.
Everyone
collabs too. Y'all need some writing? Let me know. Hosting? Let me know. I'm all independent, you know what I'm saying? I'm pushing a lot of my weight by myself. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way a lot of times to get things done. But I got a few pioneers, like I said, rocking with me. I got DJ coalitions behind me, moving my music. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to 99.1 and 104.5 WCCG radio station for all the love and support. Shout out to Colleen. Shout out to, good God, Izzy Nice, Ike Jeter. Shout out to all of the Maserati. My God, so much love. Shout out to Kendrick Mays, Bama. Shout out to so many people that have so much to do with what I'm doing.
Shout out, man. Thank you so much for taking time, man.
Thank you for having me. This is a wonderful podcast. I couldn't pass it up if I wanted to. This is long overdue. So I'm glad we just got the time in to get it in.
Man, because it's right, it was all overdue. But thank you so much, man. You enjoy the rest of your day and appreciate you, man. And thank y'all for filling in, man. Like, comment, share, and let me know what y'all want me to talk about, man. So we do this for y'all.
And we out.